inshallah. And then after the presentation, we will hand some trophies. And after that, inshallah ta'ala, we'll have some snacks and we will congratulate all the winners, inshallah. So just remain seated for a few minutes so we can show our young brothers and sisters our support, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Let's do the introduction again. Alhamdulillah, Brother Faizan is here. I'm sure it was the rain today that delayed him. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We are so, Brother Faizan, come. Inshallah. We are so proud and honored to have him amongst us, inshallah. He will explain to us about the program that he initiated himself, inshallah. May Allah reward you immensely, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. All right, so first of all, I'd like to thank you all for being here. I know it's raining. I'm sorry for being late, keep you guys waiting. I'll tell you what exactly the program is. Let me jump straight into the meat of it. So I was at NASA last couple of years, and since I'm an innovator myself, so I was invited by NASA to judge the innovation competition, global innovation competition, which they conduct for students. 3 years being there, I noticed I have two observations. The first observation which I have was that many a times these kids, small kids, as young as 10, 11 years old, they have good ideas, brilliant ideas, but they lack the guidance which is needed to turn that idea into a fruitful innovation, fruitful patentable innovation. That was my first observation. My second observation was still more serious. The second observation which I've seen, these 3 years, 2013, 14, and 15 at NASA, I've seen kids from 50 different countries. Countries, they are so small that you'll have tough time finding it on the map of the world. But those 3 years, I couldn't see a single Muslim child in the final stage of NASA going and presenting an innovation, right? So that made me a little bit disturbed, I was thinking why it is like that. Why there are kids from all over, but
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. All right. So why we have kids from all over the world except Muslim kids? And I was flying back from Kennedy Space Center. By the time I landed, I made a decision. The decision I made was I will be more beneficial to the society, to this community, being a mentor to these kids rather than being a judge to these kids. So 2016, I picked 5 kids from my community, my masjid. I mentored them for 10 months. They came up with an innovation, and they participated in the same global innovation competition which is done at NASA. And they went through various stages. They went through quarterfinals, semifinals, pre-finals, and they were invited at finals. And then for the first time in the history, there were 2 hijabi, 1 hafiz al-Quran, the full Muslim team presenting their innovation at NASA. Wow. Not only they presented, I'll tell you the amazing thing is that they defeated kids from 50 different countries to become a NASA scholar. And when they got first prize, a team from Israel ran up to me. They were contesting in the same category and said, excuse me, we want to know what exactly is your innovation. We told about our innovation and said, the next question is, how much is your budget? We looked at each other. I said, okay. We told our budget, which actually went on from my card. Then I asked him the same question, what is your budget? He said, our budget is $50,000. We are coming all the way from Israel, Tel Aviv, to participate in this competition. So I compare a lot with the Jewish community. More power to them. I compare a lot with them because they are doing what we are supposed to do. And that's why I compare a lot with them, and I'll let you know later. So this was 2016. 2017, I took 2 teams, the senior team, high schoolers, and the middle schooler teams. So the high schooler teams, they invented something. They invented a system to predict and prevent the possibility of drug abuse. And they participated in another competition, global innovation competition conducted by NASA. This year, again, alhamdulillah, they defeated kids from 50 countries. They become NASA scholar. 2 years in a row. The middle school team, they come up with their innovation. I sent that to NASA's Ames Space Settlement Challenge, which was contested by around 7,000 kids from 30 countries. And, these kids defeated all these 7,000 kids from 30 countries, and they got second prize. One of that is Hamza Ahmed. Hamza was here last year, you know him, all of that. Second is Ashaz Haq, he's also there. So they both are here. So these are the guys who actually started in this community. And many thanks to Brother Rashid. I remember Brother Rashid used to drive from here to Irving every Sunday just to have a 2 hours of session for Hamza. And when Hamza won, Brother Rashid used to call and tell me and talk to me, Brother Fazan, you must come to this community. You should come and work. And Brother Hamza actually brought me into this community. So last year, I again picked 7 kids from this community. So middle schoolers, guy about this size, all right? And I'll show you who are these kids. So I picked them, and they came up with a patentable innovation again. That's what I do. I teach them innovation. They came up with a patentable innovation again, and I sent them to NASA's Ames Space Settlement Challenge. This year, they had even more fierce competition. They contested against 10,000 kids from 30 countries. And guess what the result? The result is they defeated 10,000 kids from 30 countries, got first prize. Now at NASA, they know it. Like 2015, there was not a single Muslim child, and now they know at NASA that whatever we do, there'll be one Muslim team which will come and they'll win. So alhamdulillah, today we have actually congregated to celebrate the win of these kids. So as I said, I actually teach them, I don't mentor them to go and win in a competition, actually. I teach them how to identify a world problem and innovate a patentable solution to these problems. And we make sure we file a patent for that. So far in last 2 years, we have 50 plus kids from our community who are a patent pending application holder. 50 plus kids. So, these kids, again from these 7 kids, there is one child, Bilal Ali Shah. So Bilal, can you just stand up? I want everyone to see your size. All right, sit down, thank you. So 2 months after winning at NASA, he invented something else, and I sent his invention to America's Top Young Scientist, this very prestigious competition called America's Top Young Scientist. And this competition is open for kids from 5th grade to 8th grader. And Bilal defeated kids all over the Texas, and he's a Texas merit winner for America's Top Young Scientist. And the kids whom he have contested were not only from his age group. This competition is open for 5th to 8th grader, and guess which grade Bilal is in? He's in 5th grade. And he defeated 8th graders, 7th graders, 6th grader to be a Texas merit winner for NASA's, for America's Top Young Scientist. So other than Bilal, there are other 7 kids. Nonetheless, they are again the first prize winner of NASA's Ames Space Settlement Challenge. Can you guys just stand up? Anyway, you are going to come here to get your certificate, but I just wanted them to know. And at the same time, Hamza, I'd like you to stand. Ashaz, I'd like you to stand as well. Yeah. So these are the kids. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where are... I have a habit of counting my sheep. Okay, other day. 1 girl, she's there, yeah. So 2 boys. Okay, Faraz and Ishaq. All right. So this is what it is. Thank you, guys. You can sit down. So what I do, first of all, this 3 year of success, alhamdulillah, it has taught me a couple of things, and it should taught you as well, is our kids are diamond in the rough. All we need to do is to just cut here and there and polish them before we start shining. Okay, these are the kids who have gone ahead and who have defeated kids, as I said, from 30 countries, 40 countries, 50 countries. Can we believe that? They go and contest among 10,000 kids worldwide, and go defeat them and come back victorious? Can we believe that? Yes, we can, because we have done it. So this is the initiative I have. And why I'm doing this? I have a vision which I want to share, and I work with people and I keep on sharing this vision. There is a 3-layer vision I have for this community. The short-term vision I have is from now to 10 years down the line, I want to create a couple of thousand, maybe 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 ignited Muslim minds, ignited Muslim youths who are thinkers, who are innovators, who are creators, these kids. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to form an intellectual bank or intellectual capital for the community. If you see today, we as a community are going through a stage where we lack intellectual capital. So this is what I'm trying to do, and I give this data statistics every time. The Nobel Prize statistics. Last 100 years, 600 Nobel Prize has been distributed, and there are just 15 million with an M, 15 million Jews. Out of 600 Nobel Prize, they have got 150 Nobel Prize. 25% of the Nobel Prize go to Jews. 1 in 4 Nobel laureate is a Jew. We are 1.5 billion with a B. Yeah? And how many Nobel Prize in science and technology we might have got out of 600? 2. Okay? It's actually 2.5. Third one was shared with someone else. If that makes you real happy, I'll give you 3. Okay? So what does it tell the world? It tells the world that we are a community who are just sitting there consuming the resources. We are not creating. Okay. So anyway, so the short-term vision I have is from now to 10 years down the line, I want to mentor a couple of thousand ignited Muslim minds, the kids, the guys, the youths who are thinkers, creators, and innovators. That will form the intellectual capital for the community. Now, whatever innovation they do, I make sure I file a patent for that. So what I'm trying to do with this patent, I am actually trying to create an intellectual property. You know, patent is called as IP, intellectual property, an IP bank for the community. So intellectual capital is built, intellectual property is built. Maybe 10,000 patents, amazing patents led by Muslim kids. That's my short-term vision. What's the mid-term vision that we have? 10 to 20 years down the line. Can we have a couple of $1 billion of innovation-based economy led by these Muslim youths? Maybe $100 billion of innovation-based economy in the US or worldwide led by these Muslim youths. Why this is important? If you see, probably you go to Google and search top 10 richest head of state. So out of top 10 richest head of state, 5 will be Muslims. And what are they doing? Selling oil, right? At the same time, if you see what progressive communities are doing, take for example what Jews are doing. There was one video of Jews, Israeli Prime Minister, which is going on, where he's talking about how Israel is going leaps and bounds in science and technology and innovation. 1 in 3 innovation-based startup in Silicon Valley is led by a Jew. You name it, Facebook, Google, they all are led by a Jew. How many innovation-based industry or company do we own? Probably none. Probably none. When I say innovation, I do not mean science and technology, STEM always. Innovation is something like this. Even if you are selling a cup of tea, have your taste so innovative and different that the entire Dallas go and say, all right, I'll go and have a tea from this person. And we have this. We have a successful multi-billion-dollar industry based on a drink, innovation-based drink. And what is that? Coca-Cola, right? And they have the secret formula, which is the innovation, and it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So this is what I'm trying to do. My midterm vision is, can we have a couple of $1 billion of innovation-based economy led by Muslim youths? And that is why whenever they invent something, I try to go and get it commercialized. One of my students from the same community, she has invented a system to disinfect aircraft tray table, when, aircraft tray table is one of the most infected places on earth. It is 20 times more infected than toilet bowl. And airlines don't have time to disinfect it. So she has innovated a system to disinfect aircraft tray table, and we are in the process of getting it prototype and patented, and we have plans to take it to Airline Interior Expo sometime next year and show this to the world. And I already have a couple of people who are investors who are interested to invest in this technology. So this is my midterm vision. And finally, what is my long-term vision? Why I'm doing this? 20 plus years down the line, can we have a couple of dozens of Nobel laureates from this community? Can we have a couple of these kids sitting out here go and bring a Nobel Prize in physics, chemistry, medicine for us? And why that is important? This is important because that is the time when the world will start recognizing the intellectual prowess of this community. Okay, that's the time, like what they do right now. To be honest, it has a sort of a unsaid thumb rule that, okay, one Muslim team will come and they'll win. Okay, we are doing whatever we do and they'll come and win. So can it be like, okay, there's one Muslim scientist who will come and invent something which is going to change the world? And that's when we get the global recognition. So that is what is my long-term vision. So what I do is, let me come back to the program again, and in the interest of time, I'll end there. So what we do is, I mentor these kids to identify a world problem, and I have come up with a step-by-step process to enable these kids to innovate a patentable solution to this world problem. Okay, so this is 6 to 8 months course. I have come up with the course module since I have been an innovator myself. I have, alhamdulillah, 11 patents myself. So based on my experience, I have come up with that, and that's how I am unable to take these kids and mentor them. So, so this is what the program is. If you have any question, probably at the end of that, you can, end of this, you can come and ask me. Probably there will be a table outside where you can go and get yourself registered if you are interested in having your kid in my next team, and I will be taking question and answer as well. Thank you so much.
Barakallah feek, Jazakallah khair, Brother Faizan. Inshallah ta'ala, I'm going to ask now the young scientists to come and present their experience, inshallah ta'ala. All the 7? MashaAllah. Stand up here so everybody could see, inshallah. Okay, who's going to be the one talking or presenting? Okay, good. We can start with you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Shoaib Ali. I'm in 8th grade.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Bilal Alisha. I'm in 5th grade.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Faraz Rahman, and I'm in 8th grade.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mikhail Khan, and I'm in 5th grade.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Hamza Ahmed, and I'm in 7th grade.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ashraz, and I am in 5th grade.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Isa Khan, and I'm in 8th grade.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zainab Khan, and I'm in 8th grade.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Omar Shukr. I'm in the 5th grade. We are Team Spaceberg. We met in August of last year with the help of Brother Faizan. We were introduced to STEM and innovation by him. And I would like to thank Epic, all the parents, and Brother Faizan especially.
We worked hard every class. We worked hard every class. These classes, we were able to develop great ideas with the process of innovation that our mentor taught us. The sessions were very involving. They involved us thinking about world problems, and we found reasonable solutions to problems like protection, atmosphere, and infrastructure, and 28 more topics. Every week, we talked about our ideas and discussed as a team, then worked with our partners in the team on how to make the ideas better.
We attended the ISDC conference in LA. Our team went around looking at the other competitors' projects while explaining our own.
We developed a lot of ideas over the course of these couple of months. We worked hard to develop these ideas and were able to take one of our ideas to the ISDC conference in LA. In this conference, we were given the opportunity to present our presentation to a crowd of people over there at the ISDC conference.
At first, when I started to go to this program, I didn't enjoy it too much. But when I went, I eventually took it seriously and I put effort and thought into it.
First of all, I was not sure what is about actually, but when I take part and I attend more classes, so I understand about that, what is happening here and what we are trying to do over here. Thanks.
We in my group, we made a space settlement challenge. We made a space settlement and
It was fun working with my teammates, and every single day, whenever I came up with a good idea, they were like, "Oh no, you gotta be like better at that, and you gotta change the idea." And I'm like, "Okay," and that actually like helped me think better, and actually made my ideas even better. And it was pretty fun working with them, and it was a pretty good learning experience.
What I liked about this competition is that we actually had to think out of the box. So we had many new ideas of what to think. So we did it as a BFC concept, better, faster, and cheaper. It has to be better than everything. It has to be faster than what we have on Earth. And it has to be cheaper, so it doesn't cost a lot.
Same with Faraz. When I first started this program, I didn't really like it because I don't really like learning about science. And then once I figured out what it can do for my school and later on in life, I started to put in some effort into it.
STEM really challenged me to get to think outside the box. I never thought that I would be interested in STEM until Brother Faizan introduced us to STEM. He taught us the cycle of innovation, how to think like innovators, showed us how to create a problem statement to solve problems, and many more. After we learned that, I started to really get interested into STEM, and our team then signed up for a competition called the NASA Ames Space Settlement Challenge. Our team had our ups and downs, but we saw a goal, never lost hope, and achieved it. Thank you.
My experiences, it was extremely fun and I learned a lot.
What I really liked about the competition and the classes that we had is that Brother Faizan taught us the process of innovation. That really helped us develop all of our ideas, and that led us to first place. Jazakallah khair.
Takbir. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Very proud from all of you, inshallah ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you immensely. So inshallah, I'm going to ask Brother Javed.
What was the project? What was
They're going to discuss it, right? You want to discuss the project? Who's going to speak about the project? Okay.
So we competed in the NASA Ames Space Settlement competition, and Bilal, he had an innovation to get all the supplies and all of what we needed for the space colony to survive in space. And we designed a space colony in space, not on Mars or anything, but in orbit.
We thought of other topics like food, water, and how to get those up in space in a new way other than finding stuff from Earth.
What we did is that we took, we designed a space settlement that could be sustainable by getting resources from Earth to space in the colony with a very cheap system and a fast system. We had to make sure everything as if you could just live on there for a long time.
While they were working on everything else, I was working on the entertainment space because, nobody would want to go to space just being like, oh, space is fun, but it's kind of boring there. So I was working on entertainment, and I was working on ways to make everybody have fun in space.
What did you do? Talk about what you do. Okay, I understand. And when they were all doing that, I found a way to make water in space. And what I did was I got oxygen and the hydrogen that's already in space, and I combined the two by lighting them on fire. And then me, Faraz, and Zainab, we worked on the atmosphere. And yeah, I like that.
Our team also worked on the infrastructure, how the thing was shaped. Our colony was unique because we had our colony was shaped as a bunch of fidget spinners stacked on top of each other, and it created, our colony was different from the others, and while everyone was working on their parts, we worked on water, infrastructure, atmosphere, education, and space.
I worked on transportation. Imagine this, you just went up there and you just saw through the telescope and you're like, I just want to explore more. And that's where the space jet comes in. Because imagine you just want to go see Saturn for a quick day, so you just take a space jet and then you go there.
Me and my cousin, she's not present here, but we worked on a heat management, and which was taught to Mr. Faizan, and she and I we were working on how to get heat management and waste management on space, which is one of the most important part of our life. Jazakallah.
I worked on oxygen and atmosphere with Isaac and Zainab. And we had 3 ways to get oxygen so that if one way fails, we have 2 backups. Jazakallahu khairan.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So anybody inshallah ta'ala going to space, you don't have to worry anymore. You get everything. Can we take biryani and maqluba and all that stuff? They covered it. You remember something? Oh, you said yes about biryani? Okay. Alhamdulillah. So I'm going to ask Brother Javed now, inshallah, to say something, and then we will distribute the trophies, inshallah. Tafadal, brother.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allahumma salli Muhammadin wa ala Sayyidina Muhammad. I'm overwhelmed. Even though I'm part of the board, but I was not aware of to this detail that, mashallah, we have such community leaders here among ourselves who look for the talent among us and who finds it and it goes without saying that we do have talents. We are equally talented and we can equally compete with the world. It just needs little shape up, finding the right resources, providing the right tools. And I'm so proud of this team. And if I were young, or maybe a little younger, maybe I would have thought of going to space with you guys, but I guess. So Jazakallah khair for the team, for the hard work that you have put together. It's very inspiring. I thank the team, the Stem Cell, Brother Faizan, as well as his team. And from the board, the team that supported this project. The parents, it takes a lot of dedication that you had the perseverance to stay with this team for this long. And I'm sure that many of us here and who are not here, the word will inshallah get out and we'll find more talent from this community inshallah ta'ala. And on behalf of board, I want to assure you that inshallah board is 100% behind because this is what is all about Masjid. It's not a building. It's not just a structure, okay, where we come and pray and listen to some khatas and have some biryani sometime and have some chai and just go home. No. This is a community center. Inshallah, the vision that we have from previous boards, and inshallah, we'll, in few days or months maybe, we'll have our entire community center, where as a community we'll come together and we'll have all kinds of stuff. It's not just the prayer. We'll come together, we'll discuss things, we'll bring the innovations and ideas, and we'll compete with the world. We have talents. And I know exactly what you're talking about, the ideas that the other guys are doing it, because I'm into the same profession of the VLSI manufacturing and research. Everything starts there. I mean, there were times that I wanted to take it back to my place with my experience and everything, just to cut in short that I couldn't. I wasn't allowed to take the technology or the information there. So that's why we have to learn it here. We have to be, from our Muslims and Muslimah. And I'm so proud, seeing a hijabi sister here, mashallah, Hafza and Hafaz here. So, in a short, board will always be supportive of these kind of projects, like I said, and I know most of the parents here, alhamdulillah, jazakallah khair, for being part of this project and supporting as parents and the community. A small token of appreciation from behalf of board, not the EPIC, but just the board members from ourselves. Inshallah, we'll have, we have 9 of them. So inshallah, $100 for each one of them, a gift from the board, inshallah ta'ala, for all of you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Subhanallah, this is, I was just trying to remember, I remember the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I know Brother Faizani would love this hadith and everybody else, because coming from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, everything is beautiful. So he said, the closest translation is that if someone has, the word in Arabic is not very common, it's called fusayla. If someone has a small seed and had an opportunity to plant it, even though he saw Yawm al-Qiyamah is coming, let him plant it. Even though, look at the exaggeration that, the Yawm al-Qiyamah is coming, that means there's no, still plant it, subhanallah. So alhamdulillah, Rabbi, we are extremely honored and proud of you guys, mashallah. We're very, very impressed. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you a brighter future, inshallah ta'ala, and make you successful in this dunya and in the akhirah. No matter how successful we are in this dunya, we should not forget that this is all from Allah first. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who blessed you with that brain and that intellect to be able to succeed, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you prosper and move forward always, inshallah. So we will start, inshallah, distributing the trophies with the certificate to each one of our winners. We start with Brother Umar Shakur. Brother Umar Shakur. Takbir. Just hold it tight, inshallah. Okay, let me just get you the Umar Shakur. Of course, it's going to be the last one. Here you go. And one of these two, right? Okay. You can come, inshallah, help. Maybe Imam also could help us. All right. Okay. And this is one of these two? This one, okay. All right, here you go. How about now? Good? You're going to space, so. All right. So inshallah, Brother Bilal Shah, Bilal, Takbir. Just hold it for 2 hands. Jazakallah khair. Just look at the camera here, inshallah. Okay. Brother Shuaib Ali, mashallah. Shuaib next year is going to beat me in height, inshallah. Mashallah. Brother Shuaib, like I mentioned, he is one of our huffaz of Dar al-Quran, mashallah. Takbir. Brother Ishaq Nadeem Khan. Ishaq. Is this the son of my buddy? Two hands. Brother Ishaq, inshallah. Next is Brother Mikael Khan. Mikael, mashallah. Takbir. Got two hands. Two hands. This is loose. Okay. Here you go. Jazakallah khair, Habibi. Okay. Next is Brother Faraz Rahman. Brother Faraz, takbir. Hold two hands. Okay. Faraz, mashallah. Jazakallah khair. And finally, Sister Zainab Khan. Jazakallah khair, sister. Barakallah fiki. Thank you so much. Okay, you want to speak? Say something? Oh, sure.
No, we are not missing. Hamza and Ashaz are the previous year team. I've called Hamza because he is that seed which we actually sowed. So Hamza, this is a course completion certificate of honor for you. You can come and take through, Imam. Ashaz, yours is not there. I'm so sorry. You joined at the last moment. So, yes.
Hamza is also one of our members of Dar al-Quran Hifz School. Takbir. MashaAllah. So, alhamdulillah, Rabbi Amin, as we have heard, Brother Javed, make sure you do not leave without your $100. This is an opportunity, huh? Alhamdulillah, Rabbi Amin. So, inshallah, yeah, let's come close to each other so we can take a group picture, Imam. All of us.
So we have small snacks in the multipurpose hall, which is behind these doors. You're welcome to come and have snacks and
Somebody is asking, since we found a few few khans. Is there anybody, brothers and sisters, or no?
No.
All different khans?
Maybe some.
Okay,
yeah. So I'll just give a vote of thanks.
Yes.
So, okay.
If you want to register for the kids or stuff.
Yeah, I will just tell that. So before we go for snacks, I know what the snacks are, and I'm also in a hurry, to be honest. So, guys, so before we go for snacks, there's a couple of things which I wanted to say. First is, I'd like to have extend my deepest thanks to. Okay, so I'd like to extend my deepest thanks to, first of all, Brother Rashid, as I said. He's the guy who brought me here. And after that, when I came here, he always used to tell me in Irving, you come to a big masjid and you'll be amazed by the community. And when I came here, I was actually amazed by this community, alhamdulillah. And I'd like to thank the board and the Epic Masjid and the Epic community. The way they have supported me, that is simply amazing. Myself and this team would not have done what we have done without the support of the board and this masjid and and this community. Last but not the least, all the parents. Now is the time, parents. Please excuse me for pulling you guys, making you guys run, and the last day class, which I took for yours, not for your kids. So yeah, so no hard feelings. I was not very easy on any of these. So I was slightly tough. So I'd like to say my thanks to actually bear me. Anyone who is interested in enrolling their kids, let me tell you, for this fall batch, I'm done. I just take 30 kids in a year. I'm actually right now enrolling for spring batch. Enrollment is not open to everyone. I do a small selection test. Till last year it was open, but I work full time, and I do this on my free time on weekends and evenings. So I just take 30 kids every year. So what we're going to do is, outside somewhere, I will have a couple of my volunteers, some girls and boys there. Please go and get your name and phone number and email registered with them. They will call and schedule a counseling and interview session with you guys. That is all. If you have any question, we can have a discussion later. Okay. Thank you so much.
Jazakallah khair, everybody. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you for coming. Thank you so much. Inshallah, we'll have a quick snack after.